Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to Let's Build with Mods Part 4. Now,
What the
in
hell is
Part
this
4,
sad
what we're
thing?
going to work on is repairing this roof and a couple of the
Finally up
walls.
top.
So, we're going to head on up and take a look and see what we've got to work with. Now, I've got a couple of pretty cool techniques that we're going to use to make sure that we get a ceiling or roof in here correctly and where it looks real nice. Once again, you can scrap some of the roof, so I take that piece out, no sense of it being there, it can be straight. Now I'm looking to make sure none of the other roof I can scrap, and since I can't, let's go ahead and get started. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw out a couple of carpets, and I'm going to use the old carpet exploit. But since I'm going to be using a roof, we're not going to be able to just pick it up. We're going to have to hold the A button down. Now, I pick a high spot here, and the reason is because the ground's unlevel. I want to make sure that I get the roof on it. Now, you can put it kind of close to it, but where it's not level, it could be above or below, and you might not get a green rug to put it in. And we'll go ahead and get it set here so we can get a little bit better grip on it. And as you can see, it's up on the carpet, so it's floating off the ground. I know it's carpet height anyways. Now you can see it wouldn't pick up, so I'm going to go ahead and hold the A button down because I'm on Xbox One and get a good angle on it, or try to get an angle, and I'm going to pick the whole thing up. And you know that I held A down to pick it up because the whole thing is highlighted. If it was just the carpet when you picked it up, it would only be the first carpet highlighted. Now, one thing to keep in mind while I'm doing this is normally you would quick save on something like this. And the reason is because once you place it down, you're pretty much screwed. You can't pick it back up again this way. And so it's best to quick save, so that way when you don't get it aligned up correctly, or it's not positioned the way you like it, you can just reload the save. It's a little faster than going and getting all the pieces or deleting them and then bringing them back and resetting it back up again. You can just hit the save. It's already set up for the way you want it. You can just reposition and make the adjustments that you need. Now, one thing that I did get lucky here on is since I don't have any other part of the build close to this, I don't actually have to quick save. I can go ahead and pick it back up again. Now, if there was something else I had built close to this, and there is several different kinds of distances, some things on the floor just a couple of feet, some things in the air could be several feet. But you would pick the whole entire thing up. And like I said, since there's nothing close to this, I'm able to pick it up and readjust from right here. Makes it super handy doing what I'm doing. It saved a lot of time. Now, one thing I will do is, well, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get it close enough to the center that I can maybe make the other side snap to it. It doesn't work out for me, and I end up adjusting it where there's about a foot gap at the top. That's what got it out level with the outside of the roof. And I just keep checking to make sure I'm still lined up. I'm still trying to get it closer. So we'll try it one more time. And that looks like about as close as I'm going to get it. So we'll just pop it down here again. Make sure we're still nice and tight up against the wall. See, it looks like it's the center of that board, but I never could get the other side to snap. So I actually moved it out, and there was like that, like I said, that foot gap there. And the floor is in disarray, so I fell through the dang floor. If that doesn't make a guy angry, I don't know what does. But that's okay. We're going to repair that floor here a little bit later. Okay, now that I've got the piece positioned where I think I like it. I'm going to try and fall through the floor again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get our next piece up, and I'm going to pop it in, and I'm going to see how it fits. I want it to fit up flush. Oh, it does, right up against the old piece. Now, like I said, I end up actually moving it out, so it'll be out another 6 inches or so. And I'm going to take a few minutes here and try to stab this piece in, which, like I said, it doesn't work. I end up having to use the carpet exploit to get these pieces in as well. And sometimes if you just move it around and adjust and keep grabbing it in different places and keep moving, sometimes it will snap or turn green where you can place it in there. Now, you know, once you do it for so long, you know it's just not going to happen. And that's what ends up happening here. I just keep trying and it doesn't happen. So we'll try to see if we can snap it there. No. And really the only place I could get it to turn green was that one place where it's been the whole time. And I try to snap it here. No luck. Okay, I think it's time to give up. So let's go ahead and move on to repairing the floor, because I'll go ahead and use the carpet and get it in. Okay, I went ahead and used the carpet exploit to get the wall in there where I wanted it, or the roof part. So now what I've decided to do is fix this damn hole. I've fell through it like 100 times already, and I'm tired of it. So we're going to try to fix it real quick. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these quarter floorboards to get me a little jig set up. Now I'm using 32 unit floorboards because the floor here is quite thick. And if I used the 16, then it left a little indentation underneath where you could still see where it was broke out. So using the 32 unit ones, they're in snap and build. It fills up the thickness of the floor quite nicely, and you don't notice it on the bottom. And we'll see that a little later when we go down to work on a wall. Now what I wanted to do, like I said, is build a little jig where I could put a full floorboard in. And I don't really get it, but the reason I think is because the roof piece I've put in with the carpet exploit is kind of hindering me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way and reposition and try it again. I may be just a little too close. Okay, and looks like about right there might be a good distance. Okay, we'll try one more time to get the piece in. And it's just not going in. Now I may have been able to have dropped down one level and got it to pop in, because sometimes if you get below things, it will make stuff snap in easier. But I'm not wanting to make the trip back up here again. So we're just going to forget about the full board piece and just work with the quarters. And we'll go ahead and line this up the best we can. And I've chosen a floor style that is relatively close to what I'm working on. And we'll get this next piece in. Sometimes if you take your object and put it in the red, you can actually see the pattern a little better. Okay, see, that piece isn't snapping in there. Sometimes they won't. There's a couple of reasons. One of the pieces might not be running the correct way, and it likes it to run the correct way, and then it'll snap in. Bam, there you go. Has nothing to do with it, but as soon as we ran it the correct way, it snapped up. Now, another time that it won't snap is if the roof or the floor or what the item you're working on might be not fully level, and you've started your first block at a low point. And see, as you can see, I can't get it to snap there. And as I try to line it up, you can see I am just a little bit higher than the other boards. So what I'm going to try to do here is line it up the best I can, and then I'll move the other boards out and then bring that level up to this board I'm adjusting right now. Okay, let's get a couple of these out of the way because I can't make it pop up to it. So we'll move this one, get it out of the way, and then we'll try to readjust it again. Okay, move that one out of the way. Now we can pop this one up to the level of our new board, and they should all snap because it is a little higher than what the other ones were. So since those snapped, these should all snap just fine. And apparently I can't get it through my head to grab the other one and put it in. I'm going to move these all around and still fiddle fart with that. Way to utilize time. Okay. We got it in, maybe. Alright, let's head downstairs and work on walls. Okay, for the final part for this video, what we're going to try to do is repair this wall. Now, on Let's Build with Mods Part 5, we'll repair the floor and the walls on the second story. But right now I'm just going to show you the technique I'm going to use to do this. Now, with the modded items, sometimes you can actually grab them and insert them into certain things, like we kind of did with the ceilings. But I tried it for a while, it wasn't going to work, so I already have the carpet glitch or exploit set up ready to go. Now, since I don't have any build close to me, we're actually lucky and I'm able to just grab everything right here where we're working. If I had stuff already built here, I would actually have to go out on the street away from it, so I didn't pick everything up that I've already put in. Now, I'm not going to really worry about how the wall looks there. It's kind of dilapidated. You can see it sticking out, so it looks good. I like it. And since we couldn't just pick up the wall by pressing A, we had to hold A down. You can actually grab the carpets and pull them back for the next wall, which is another time saver. Can't tell you how much in and out of the carpet sections I am. Putting carpets in the workbench, bringing them back out, really saves a lot of time. Now here we're just going to get it as close to the door jamb as we can, line it up with the stucco and the other wall, and I'm happy with that. So we'll back up, we'll set the carpets down, we'll reload it, and we'll get this one in its place. Do a little adjustment there. Press and hold A down. Now this doesn't actually insert items into things, it just gets them super close, and it's so close it looks like it's inserted in the wall. And once again, I'm going to start from the corner. Maybe if I line these up close enough, our second story walls will snap to the top of these. I'm hoping. Okay, looks good. And we'll pull the carpets out, and you know what we're going to do? Reload. So you can just see how fast this has went. It's gone real fast. We already have this wall just as good as repaired. And we can get on to making Let's Build with Mods Part 5. Speaking of, everybody, that's pretty much it for this video. I do appreciate you taking a few moments of your precious time and viewing my work. I really enjoy it. If you're looking forward to seeing more of these builds as I get them out, you know, reach down there, hit that subscribe button. I do have this built completed, and as quick as I can get these little clips edited, I'll have them out. And then also, please, hit down there and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. I love to hear from you. Well, everybody, thanks once again, and until next time, everybody stay safe and have a great day.